Hi crafty friends, it's Audra Monk, the Crafty Yogi, and welcome to the Crafty Corner, and welcome to today's Yoga for Crafters video. Today is going to be all about the hands and the wrists, and I probably give us some of these, but we're going to do a set of 3 different wrist and hand exercises, and then we'll stretch them. So that's where we're going. So as always, give me the likes, loves, subscribe, do all the things so that you can see these videos if they're helpful to you. And of course, I appreciate your comments when the videos are over, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. I'd love to know that you're here, that you liked it, that it's helpful for you. All right, so as always, almost always, we must set up our seat. So whether you're sitting on a stool or you're sitting on a chair, get yourself upright. So bring your ankles under your knees and your knees in line with your hips. And then give those shoulders a big roll. Oh, most excellent. All right, so the belly pulls in to support all that. And it's all about the hands today. So the first one, so what we're going to think about today is the pushing out of the hands. So our hands are always in, right? If we're on our phones, if we're on a computer, if we're cooking, scrubbing, crafting, hands are quite often always in, gardening, anything. So today the hands are going to go out and we're going to stretch them. All right. So first up, you imagine that, now some of these are a little weird, but I think it'll help you. Imagine you have a big bowl of fresh made dough. Carefully, now this, we're not gonna over exaggerate the punch part. It's risen, and you're gonna punch the dough, and then imagine you would spread your fingers into that wet, goopy dough, right? Spread your fingers. Good, and then do the other hand. So imagine you punch it in, and if you want it to be Jell-O or mud or I don't know, something else, something to provide resistance. So punch it lightly and then you know what I say sometimes? I say imagine a force field that you have to press your hand into. So if that works for you too, go for that. So I like to punch the dough. I wouldn't really want to put my hands in it like this because they would get all sticky. But go ahead and give it a go. Put it in and spread it out. And one more time for this side, put it in, spread it out. Good. And then just give them a little shake and roll your shoulders down and back. Now, I know I've done this one every once in a while because this is one of my favorites. So now it's like you're having a busy day. You're making homemade dough at home, and now you went hiking or you went outside and it was raining and muddy and you have a bunch of dirty socks in your house. Maybe there's a bunch of kids over. So spread your fingers, okay, super wide. Imagine picking up the dirty socks and they're a little bit heavy. Squeeze your fingers and your thumbs towards each other. Lift it up and drop it in the washer. Good, do it again. So pick up the dirty socks and drop it in the washer. You had no idea you had to do so many household chores today, did you? Pick it up, drop it in. Okay, do 2 more. So really over exaggerate it. It's up and then push it out. And one more time, pick it up and push it out. Okay, all right, the gentle shake. Whew, let it go. There's only one more for today. All right, roll the shoulders gentle. Maybe listen to the hands for a second, see how they're feeling. All right, so last one, you know when you wash your hands, so now you've done all those chores, you gotta wash your hands. You're washing your hands are wet, flick the water. Flick the water. And you know it's way more fun to flick it on your friends. So flick the water and go side to side. You can flick them different, it doesn't matter, but imagine your hands are wet and flick the water. Good, and one more time. Perfect, shake them out. Good, roll your shoulders. And now we get to stretch it. You ready? So bring one hand up, palm up, fingers straight. Bring your other hand to the fingers and then pull the whole hand. Oh, it feels so good. Whole hand back. And you're going to feel stretch in the forearm, maybe stretch in the bicep. Of course, stretch in the wrist, stretch in the fingers, depending on how much you want to pull them. So don't over pull, right? But find a stretch that you are comfortably uncomfortable in, right? So it's not pain, you know, but maybe a little bit of discomfort is okay. The good kind of stretch. And we're going to stretch here. Take some long, deep breaths. Good. Release it gently. Pause. Ooh, I love it when you notice. I can tell the difference. Maybe you can't. That's totally fine. All right, other hand. Ready? Bring it forward. Palm up, fingers up. Reach your opposite hand for the fingers and gently pull it back. And this arm can be straight. I like it straight, but I know some people like it bent. And I think both are fine. Good. So pausing here and stretching. Good. So see, now you'll be ready to get back to your crafting, to your computering, to whatever it is you are doing. So remember this little set. You can come back to this, especially on YouTube. It's easy to find. Have I been putting them in the playlist. I don't know. I may have to check that later this week. But you could definitely go to the Crafty Yogi YouTube channel and just search Yoga for Crafters. And you'll remember it's one like the one before St. Patrick's Day. Good. And release gently. Give the shoulders a roll. And then let these hands just gently let them come down. Let them rest. And there you go, my friends. I hope that you find this helpful for you. I hope you come back and revisit it anytime you need. If you want to know more about my March craft classes, go check out my website, audramonk.stampinup.net, or of course on Facebook, it's the Crafty Yogi. All right, I'll see you next time.